5-Pillar News. Today we'll be talking about halal meat. Over to you, Musa.
Today we're in Walthamstow. We're going to be talking to the public about what they think about halal meat. Alright, look, there's someone over here. So, what do you think about halal meat?
Whoa, halal meat?
Yeah.
I think it's terrible. I think it funds ISIS and all of that.
No, I think you got the wrong end of the stick. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Halal meat is just a peaceful process which kills the animal in a harmless way, so they're all peaceful.
So you mean to tell me it doesn't fund ISIS?
No, it doesn't. It just goes to the people that kill the animals.
But what's the difference between halal meat and non-halal meat? I'm a bit confused.
Well, non-halal meat, they first they stun the animals and then they kill them, so they're like not ready to be killed in a sense. They're basically...
Look, I'm a big fan of animals. Are you telling me that the halal slaughtering method is a lot safer for animals and a lot... Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks. I'll look into that. That's good news. I didn't know that. You've taught me something. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. We're going to be handing over back to the studio. So yeah.
What you saw right now was just a little summary of what halal slaughtering actually is. Over to you.
So, charity. Muslims contribute to most charities in the world. Muslims should give the right amount of money to charities. This is because it is part of our religion to give money to charity, because Prophet Muhammad said to everyone that you should give some to charity, about 2.5%. This is a video of David Cameron talking about this matter.
Assalamu alaikum. Well, thank you very much for having me here tonight, and can I thank the Muslim News and thank our sponsors too. And can I just stress that I'm only related to William IV because he did something he shouldn't have done with someone he shouldn't have done, and so I'm standing here tonight. But there are two reasons why I think an event like tonight is so important. First, this is about celebrating the huge contribution that Muslims make to Britain. And second, events like this challenge the narrow, intolerant view about Muslims and about Islam that still exists in part of our country today. And I want to say something about both of these things. But first, let us celebrate excellence. I will take any chance to champion the massive contribution that British Muslims make in our country. I see it every single day. I turn on the radio and it's Mishal Hussain presenting the Today programme. I go to Parliament and, as has been said, it is Saeed Avasi, Sajid Javid, Tariq Ahmed, Mohammed Sheikh, all representing us on the government benches. And when I go to Europe, yes, I see Saeed Kamal, not just a British Muslim in the Conservative Party in Brussels, but leading the Conservative Party in Brussels in the vital work in the European Parliament. In my work, I visit the businesses that are bringing growth back to Britain and its Asian firms that are innovating and working all the hours they can. I get home and I read the back pages of the newspapers. I find that's a lot more pleasurable these days than the front pages. And it's Amir Khan fighting for those titles, Mo running for those goals, Muslim Premier League stars scoring those goals. So this is something we should celebrate in our country tonight. But we should be absolutely clear. The job has not been done. There are still glass ceilings and walls we need to break down in our country so that talented Asians from every community in every part of our country can make it to the top in politics, to the top in the army, to the top in the judiciary, to the top in the media, to the top in the police. That is what I want to see in our country, and when we achieve that, we'll be a truly diverse and equal nation. But when we celebrate the contribution of British Muslims, it is not just those in the spotlight. Muslims give more to charity than any other faith group, and they play a huge role in our communities day in, day out. This winter, I've been up and down the country visiting places that have been devastated by flooding. We saw the worst of weather but we saw the best of Britain. And the Muslim community certainly did their bit. Like the young Muslims from Huddersfield, they got together with other faith and voluntary groups. They laid sandbags in Worcester. They protected a church in Surrey from the deluge. And they showed, above all, our British community spirit can never be dampened. And tonight, this year, is a particularly poignant year to be remembering the Muslim contribution to Britain. It is nearly a century since the outbreak of the First World War. We'll be commemorating that in August. More than 1 million servicemen from an undivided India fought for Britain. Hundreds of thousands were Muslim. The sepoys poised with their guns, holding the lines from the Western Front to the Middle East. They showed outstanding courage, like the first South Asian winner of the Victoria Cross, Khudadad Khan. Many thousands lost their lives fighting for the freedom that we enjoy today. So tonight we should remember them and all those British, Asians and Muslims who serve in our armed forces, because their legacy, their work, is our liberty. Now, second, let me say this. We need to keep on challenging the intolerant view of Muslims that exists in some parts of our country. That is why, as has been said, we have done more than any other government to try and tackle Islamophobia. We set up a cross-government working group on tackling anti-Muslim hatred. We set up a service for people to report anti-Muslim attacks, again, something that's never been done before. And, of course, we launched Srebrenica Memorial Day to educate the next generation about the terrifying, tragic consequences of hatred. But these are just the basics. Really tackling Islamophobia means making absolutely sure that no person is held back from living their life or reaching their goals simply because of the faith that they follow. So yes, we are delivering on Islamic finance, compliant student loans, help to buy deposits and entrepreneur funds. And yes, we aim to be the first country in the West to offer an Islamic bond, a sukuk, and I'm proud of that. And as tonight, I'm sure at some stage the food will arrive and you'll all be able to eat, let me make absolutely clear that while I'm Prime Minister of this country, halal is safe in Britain. This is all part of this government's overriding aim to remove the barriers that stop people playing their part in society and give everyone, whatever their background, the opportunities they need to get on in life. So those unsung heroes, let us sing their praises. Their huge contribution to Britain, let us put it in the spotlight. The intolerance that blights some people's lives, let us stamp it out once and for all. And together, let us celebrate all that is great about Britain's Muslims. Thank you, and above all, well done to all those who've taken part tonight, all those who will win, but all those who've been nominated, and our organisers for laying on such a splendid evening. Thank you very much indeed.
So what you just heard there was another story, and now we have another. Mohammed Salah is a great influence for people, non-Muslims and Muslims, around the world, especially in Liverpool, obviously, because he plays for that club. And he's aspiring a lot of people to become Muslim as well, not just our own people, but others as well. So here's a clip that people have made to show a song that they've made up. And,
if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for me. He's good enough for you, then I'll be Muslim too. If he's good enough for you, he's good enough for me. Sitting in the mosque, that's where I want to be.
And now over to you. And this is the end of 5 Pillar News.